Hello, Hugh Borg here. Resistance not futile. This is just a very quick podcast while my dad gets his teeth examined and fixed and everything across the way at the dentist. I'm now in beautiful Lakefield, Ontario, at the headwaters of the Otonabee River. Up the shore over here is the entrance to the Trans-Severn Waterway flowing through Lakefield. My house is way up the road there a bit, about 3 kilometers. But anyways, we got about a 10 knot current running through here right now, and it's pretty impressive right now. We've got our spring runoff. That's not what I'm talking about. Today I'm talking about very quickly, just some thoughts about the notes that I saw this morning from Lutnick about how Canada sucks. Well, if you think this means Canada sucks, good on you. We don't care what Lutnick says. What we do care about, though, is the fact that Lutnick represents the United States. And the United States, at this present point in time, is now telling us that we have to play ball, toe the rules, toe the line, and follow their rules. That's not going to happen. We're now functionally entering a completely different headspace than we were 10, 15, 20 years ago. The Americans do not understand where they are at with their slide from empire into post-imperial period. They are doing their desperate best to clamp on to absolutely everything they can. The war in the Middle East, what they're doing, and this debacle with Iran is merely a part of that. The United States now wants to ensure that everybody does their business their way, but they don't have the credibility now in order to keep that up. What does that mean for us in Canada? It means that they're no longer a reliable trading partner. We cannot deal with them. You cannot argue with somebody who is completely irrational. They do not understand that they're rational, which I guess is part of insanity, is that you don't know you've got a problem. Canada understands this, and we're rolling in a different way. This is a good thing for Canada. By all measures, I think we're doing fantastically. I'm more of a socialist than I am a liberal, but I have to say that Carney, who I would actually consider to be more or less a progressive conservative, more than a liberal, is still doing an incredibly decent job as a director of Canadian policy. I mean, we lucked out on this one. My worry about this, though, is once we start to spread our wings and fly a little bit more freely, the Americans, as they get their butts kicked out of the Middle East and are evicted from CENTCOM, when they come back, they're going to be broken, grumpy, angry, and they will be desperately short of money. I fully expect that the Iranian war is going to result in the United States running into the biggest problem that they could ever have, the petrodollar. The petrodollar is going to slide. The petrodollar is being buoyed up, and it was designed as the way that the Americans could control the world. That was designed as a vehicle of commerce that the world absolutely agreed on. It was the lingua franca of monetary policy. That's no longer the case, because the stuff that backs that is ending. What does that mean for us in Canada? It means that when they retreat from empire, we are in harm's way, because they're going to come back, they're going to be broken, they're going to be emotionally devastated by this from a national level and an imperial level. They're not going to be able to deal with matters rationally. And if you protest that, just consider that the way that the United States is currently acting. I'm not just talking about Trump. This is also a democratic problem too. Like, both parties in the United States are kind of like the heel and the face in a wrestling game. They're both being paid by Ed McMahon or whoever the the boss is. Anyways, what this means, though, for us is that they're going to be looking for a way of alleviating their problems. When the petrodollar crashes, the United States is going to go into a general spiral of decay. Their economy is going to crater. It's already cratering. We're already seeing that right now. The world's going to as well. I'm not saying that the United States is alone in this. And this is not Schadenfreude. I mean, this is not good for absolutely anybody on earth. But what's going to happen is the United States is going to crater. Their economy is going to crater. Their dollar is going to lose a lot of value. And then we get into a hyperinflationary spiral that will be kind of like what happened to Germany after the First World War. That's very dangerous for us in Canada because we have everything that they need and everything that they want and everything that they desperately need to control in order to keep their game rolling. I think Canada, we need to be aware that we are now entering a period of danger because as they get removed from foreign operations, they will be focusing more on home. Given the way that the United States has been treating Canada, given the messaging in the media about Canada. I've been doing some dives into, and I've been looking at American broadcasts and American newscasts about their position with respect to Canada. They see us as freeloaders. You've all seen this as well, so I'm not going to go into that too much. What it does mean, though, for us is that they are going to be looking to us with very hungry eyes, and they want to ensure that they have control over all of our resources. And as Lutnick said, they absolutely arrogantly believe that this is their right to do so, that Canada is not an independent country. What Trump was saying, he was basically doing the quiet part out loud. The Americans think that we are part of their empire. We're entering a place of danger this summer. We'll see what happens. And I have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out, except that I can't see it turning out very well for anybody. Regardless, for now, it is a beautiful day. And, let's see what happens in the next few weeks. But anyways, just some thoughts while I'm waiting for my dad to get his teeth fixed from the Borg bunker here in beautiful Lakefield, Ontario. You guys have yourselves a great day, and I hope you have a great Friday tomorrow. Talk to you soon.